It's 6:30 a.m. on a Monday. Most of the world is still tangled in blankets, groaning at alarm clocks, or hitting snooze for the fifth time. But your friend, or maybe even you, opens their eyes wide awake at the exact same time without a single alarm. No buzzing, no beeping, no reminders. Just a natural, precise wake-up that happens day after day. How is this possible? Is it luck, habit, or something deeper happening inside the brain? At first glance, it might seem like a minor curiosity, just one of those quirks that separate people who sleep like logs from people who rise with the sun. But waking up naturally at the same time, consistently, is far more than coincidence. It's the product of the body's intricate internal clock, a carefully calibrated system of hormones, environmental cues, and subconscious expectations. It's the mind and body working together in a delicate dance, anticipating the morning before the conscious self even opens an eye. To understand this phenomenon, we need to start with the idea of biological rhythms. The human body is not just a passive vessel that sleeps when it's dark and wakes when it's light. It has an internal timing system, finely tuned over millennia, that regulates sleep, alertness, body temperature, and hormone production. This system, often called the circadian rhythm, acts like a personal conductor, orchestrating every physiological process to follow a roughly 24-hour schedule. One of the key players in this rhythm is a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol levels naturally rise in the early morning, gently nudging the body out of sleep and into alertness. For people who wake up at the same time every day, their cortisol rhythm is remarkably consistent. Their bodies have learned, or are genetically predisposed, to release this hormone at a precise moment. It's like having a built-in alarm clock that never fails, a subtle biochemical signal telling the brain, time to wake up. Meanwhile, another hormone, melatonin, helps signal the body when it's time to sleep. Melatonin levels rise in the evening, preparing the body for rest, and gradually fall in the morning as cortisol rises. The interplay between these two hormones creates a seamless transition from sleep to wakefulness. In people who wake naturally at the same time, this hormonal balance is finely tuned. Even small variations in bedtime or sleep quality can adjust the rhythm slightly, but for many, the body's clock is remarkably precise, maintaining a consistent wake-up time day after day. Of course, the environment also has a role. Light, temperature, and even routine activities act as cues that reinforce the brain's internal clock. Exposure to natural sunlight in the morning, for instance, signals the brain that it's time to start the day, adjusting hormone levels and alertness accordingly. Subtle environmental patterns, like the hum of a street outside, the morning aroma of coffee, or even the sound of an alarm clock at the same time each day, can strengthen this rhythm. Essentially, the brain integrates both internal signals and external cues to predict when the body should wake. But there's a psychological layer as well. Subconsciously, the brain anticipates waking. Someone who consistently rises at 6:30 a.m. may develop a subtle expectation, even if they're not consciously thinking about it. Over time, the body becomes conditioned to wake at the same hour, regardless of the alarm. This is why many people wake a few minutes before their scheduled alarm without realizing why. It's the subconscious mind predicting the morning, preparing the body for the day ahead. Interestingly, not everyone experiences this same natural wake-up pattern. Some people are morning types, whose internal clocks favor earlier sleep and wake cycles. Others are evening types, who naturally stay up later and wake later. Genetics, lifestyle, and past conditioning all influence these chronotypes. Yet even within these broad categories, some people develop a highly precise, consistent wake-up time. It's not just biology, it's the result of finely tuned coordination between hormones, environmental cues, and subconscious expectations. So why do some people wake up at the same time naturally? Understanding why some people rise like clockwork while others struggle requires looking at individual differences, subconscious conditioning, and the mind-body connection. First, genetics play a significant role. Each person is born with a chronotype, a natural tendency toward early or late activity. Morning larks tend to fall asleep early and wake up earlier, often naturally hitting consistent wake-up times. Night owls prefer later hours and may struggle to wake consistently without external cues like alarms. These genetic tendencies influence how tightly hormones like cortisol and melatonin align with daily schedules. Someone with a lark chronotype may have their hormonal rhythms perfectly synchronized with a 6:30 a.m. wake-up, while a night owl's rhythms peak much later, making consistency harder. But genetics isn't the whole story. Life experience and subconscious conditioning matter just as much. Many people develop precise wake-up times over years of habit. Going to bed and waking up at roughly the same hour trains the brain and body to expect these times. The internal clock, which monitors hormone release and sleep stages, adjusts to match this pattern. Over time, this conditioning can create near-perfect consistency, even without alarms. The brain essentially learns, at this time, it's wake-up time, and nudges the body awake automatically. Interestingly, personality traits also influence natural wake-up patterns. People who are highly organized, conscientious, or task-oriented often develop strong sleep routines that reinforce consistent wake-up times. Lighter sleepers may also wake more predictably because their brains are more responsive to internal and environmental cues. Conversely, individuals who are more flexible, spontaneous, or deeply absorbed in late-night activity may experience more variability in their natural wake-up times. The mind, personality, and lifestyle all interact to shape how reliable the body's internal alarm can be. Another interesting factor is social cues. If people around you are awake at a certain time, your body sometimes picks up on that, even if you're asleep. The sound of movement, voices, or even subtle changes in the environment can influence when your brain decides it's time to wake. This is why waking up at the same time can feel automatic in households or workplaces with consistent routines. Finally, understanding natural wake-up patterns offers a subtle psychological lesson. It reminds us that the mind and body are constantly negotiating rest, safety, and alertness. Waking up without an alarm isn't just a lucky quirk. It's evidence of the brain's ability to integrate biology, routine, and subconscious expectation. For those who struggle with consistency, it highlights the importance of environmental cues, routines, and conditioning. For those who naturally wake up at the same time, it's a glimpse into a highly synchronized system where mind and body are in perfect harmony. In short, some people wake up naturally at the same time because of genetics, chronotype, subconscious conditioning, personality, and environmental consistency. Cortisol and melatonin follow precise rhythms. The SCN orchestrates timing, and repeated routines train the brain to anticipate morning. The body and mind work together seamlessly, even while we sleep, demonstrating the sophistication of the internal clock and the active role of the subconscious in daily life. So the next time someone wakes effortlessly at the same hour every morning, remember, it's not luck or superstition. It's a finely tuned, well-practiced performance of biology and psychology, a subtle but elegant example of the brain's ability to harmonize internal processes with the environment, ensuring wakefulness arrives precisely when it should.